And that microphone is on just a little bit early. And it is Friday though, so we can do that. Besides, I'm in charge. I can start early. Anyway, welcome welcome everyone. Glad to have you here. It's Friday, September the 16th. And here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, anyway, I know we have some people already in the future on the 17th, but I can't help that. Anyway, welcome to all of you. Glad to have you all on board today. We'll start out by saying hello to the moderators, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, C&D Boy, and possibly 24/7 Live EZ Skies, as well as Lucas Snow and maybe even Joseph Fields Official, depending on who's in the background. But that is all good, so that is awesome. Thank you, moderators, for being here. Do appreciate you guys, and you guys do a great job. And let's see if we can carry on, though, with... we don't see Arizona. He's probably hiding in the background. Don't see Piggy yet, and she may be along. She might be sleeping, too. Who knows? It's the wee hours of the morning there, so you would almost think that it might be a smart thing for her to sleep a little. But that's all right. Not worried if she doesn't make it, but hope she's doing okay. So that's what really counts, right? Anyway, glad to have everyone here, and we'll get at things. Just a quick recap of what's new and what's wonderful. I actually didn't see much new. It's been a very, very quiet day, volcano-wise, and not sure what the heck we're going to have happening in the near future here, so it is one of those things. Anyway, first person in today was Brian, Perfectibility 999, so here you go, Brian. There's your cookies. And glad that you were number one today. So that is awesome. Anyway, we will continue on with saying hello to all the other good people that are in here. And that is Grandma B, welcome. And Sharon Stewart says, I'm just 1 hour into your future, Doc. Just 1 hour? Aww. Well, hey, that's good enough. Get me the winning lottery ticket numbers. I can still get down and no, hang on. Hang on. You're not only 1 hour. Okay. No, you're not across the international date line. Darn it. I need winning lottery numbers for tonight. Oh, anyway, welcome also, welcome Sharon, and welcome John Raper and Scott Hartman. Welcome Sharon Stewart. And let's see, hang on, I already said Sharon Stewart, and Scott Hartman, and Brian. How about Sue Hayes? Welcome. And Henry Nelson also here. OFU Lux from Luxembourg flew in just for the occasion. Welcome. Jojo 1960 UK also on board. Welcome back, Jojo. Going up some more, looking for other wonderful names, and I know it's been a chatty bunch here. As far as the ones that are here, so really not that many people in here tonight, so it probably won't take too long to zip through everybody's name. And Seth is back. Welcome, Seth. Glad to have you on board. And Maria da Matoma, welcome back. And going up some more, looking for other good names. Or even bad ones. I'll settle for anyone. Or actually, most of the people in here are very excellent, and I really do appreciate that. We have a very, very good bunch of people in our lava family, so very awesome. Linda is here, dashing in and out. Catch you all on the flip side. Linda, thanks, welcome, and see ya. Mars 2028 also in the house. Good to have you on board. And let's see, did I miss anybody else while I was going up that very short list? I don't see anyone else because I stopped at Grandma B and that was it. So I'm sure there's going to be more people popping in, which is okay. And we'll have a look and see what happens. So I'm seeing 32 in the stream right now, which is actually quite low for what we normally have. We usually have about double that. So possibly people are out shopping or doing things like that. It is Friday night. The possibilities are endless. So anyway, let's get at things right away here and not hold up the show. Let's pop over to, well, we are looking at Iceland from August 6th, but we want to see stuff from right now. So let's turn off that magic video stuff there, and we will turn off the big banners, the little banner, the big banner. There we go. And of course, I've backed it up about 6 hours and 15 minutes ago, roughly. And that gives you a little bit of visibility. Otherwise, it's in the dark. And Walsh, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Anyway, there's our Siggy Fisher, and still a little bit of smoke coming here and there from the lava field as things cool down. And I did notice last night there was quite a bit coming from this side. Where the original vent started when it formed in that row. So there was some smoke here as well. Just I'm not sure if that's ever going to do anything. But that is what we've seen, and I thought it was kind of neat. Let's see if we can actually see that if we go back about 12 and a half hours. Well, you can see a little bit there, but not a heck of a lot. And that is about what we've got 12 hours 40 minutes ago is what we're seeing there, and not really anything major happening. I'm going to put it back to just after the rainfall, and that is kind of what we've got on the agenda, and not looking overly bright as far as seeing anything active there. Quick shot at some of the other places here. I wanted to look at this other one. If it comes up, it does not. It's too dark there. And this, of course, is what's happening in Reykjavik. And that is what we're seeing there right now. Not bad. It looks pretty darn cloudy, though. And I think Yvonne got out of there just in time because that weather looks more winterish than it did before. And this, of course, is the aluminum smelting plant. And if we back up in the day a little bit here, go back about 6 hours as well on that one, and get a pretty good idea of what it looked like. It was fairly hazy and about to rain, that kind of thing. And that's kind of it. You can see Ragnar in the background here, and it does look like there's a little bit of smoke over there, but I'm not sure if that's just the way the picture is, but that's what it looks like to me right in that area. Not going to worry about that, though. I think we had a lot of steam and stuff coming off of the area because of that local rain, and that will kind of do it. Anyway, let's put that one back to live as well. So that's what the smelter, aluminum smelter there looks like, and it's pretty awesome. All right, so this is basically where we're at with our wonderful Siggy Fisher. If we skip ahead to the live broadcast, of course, you can only discern the hills a little bit in the background and really not see what's going on in the foreground, since we have no lava glowing anywhere or doing anything. It is 23:02 there in the evening, so just past 11 p.m. for them. And let's go over to the harmonic tremor chart, see what's happening there. And that is a little bit on the interesting side. I see a fairly large spike in here. Must have had a quake, and we'll take a look and see if we can find the quake that may have caused that. That is a sizable one. But we do see a little bit of upward trend here, and then of course it started going back down. Again, I'm not sure. It seemed to go down right when that quake happened, or just right after that. So I'm not sure if that quake was responsible for it, but hey, that's there. That's what we've seen, and I'm just saying what I see. Anyway, not looking at too great there. I'm going to refresh this just in case I missed something. Oh, we did have a new spike there as well. That'll be interesting. We'll see if we can find that on the earthquake chart. But that's it. So on Ragnar, I'm not looking very active, or Frago del Fialt in that sense. That's what we see. So let's pop over to the earthquake map, and I have it right there. Let's see if we can get onto that. And I set this thing for 24 hours, and we notice first thing 399, and that is half of what we had yesterday. So the amounts are going way down when we look at that. Things are settling down, calming down. And hey, Piggy is here. Welcome, Piggy. Glad to have you on board. We'll take a look here first, and then we'll check the rest of Iceland. And right away, that thing that pops out is this 2.5. That was 4.5 kilometers down. Happened at 11:08. So if we go back to the rumble chart, and we see that that is about the right time for it. And I would say that's what we had, an 11:08 earthquake, and the 2.5 got up to that height, and that is pretty awesome. Going back to our earthquakes, so we'll kind of compare the rest of the notes, since there are some smaller quakes in the area, and I'm just wondering where the latest one is that made our extra little spikes. And looking at this, actually we'll start in this area, of course. This is our Frago del Fialt, as they call it, and we have multiple vents, of course. There's our original vents. Here's our Meridalia or Siggy vent over there, and I don't know why they planted that in the middle. I think they're trying to basically say, hey, and this is one system, and that is what we've got from them doing that. Anyway, I wanted to take a look at this guy, and 2.29 kilometers down, 1.19 from 11:54 a.m. for that guy, and not very deep, but also not very shallow. These are ones I did not check. 11.4 kilometers down for that 0.1. That's really quite a distance down. 11.6 kilometers down for that 0.53 from 2:33 a.m. Then 0.5, again 11.3 kilometers down, just about 11.4 at 41 minutes after midnight. And what is this one? 10.1 kilometers down for this 0.1, and it was 2:48 a.m. Kind of makes you wonder what the heck is going on. Again, 10.3 kilometers down, 21 minutes after midnight for that guy. This one, 0.1, 1.1, anyway, 5.5 kilometers down, 1:11 a.m. And we're seeing a pretty consistent pattern of very deep quakes. This is a little more shallow, but not that much. 6.8 kilometers down, 0.31 from 1:36 a.m. We had this 0.24, again, a deep 12.7 kilometers down from 52 minutes after midnight. And really makes you wonder why all of a sudden we're seeing that. And I'm wondering if there is something down further at that between 10 and 12 kilometers roughly, if that is where the actual magma chamber is sitting. And if so, that would probably be filling it up. Not 100% sure if that is the case. I'm hoping there's magma coming in. Refill that magma chamber and then show us some stuff. That's what we want. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. This 0.43, 6.4 kilometers down, 1:25 a.m. Then we had this guy here, 0.35, 7.1 kilometers down, 1:42. You know, so that kind of gives you a pretty good idea of what we've got in our area. These are not very shallow, and they are not very strong. When we slide over a little bit more, we see the town of Grindavik right there. And of course, for those who aren't familiar with this, this is the Blue Lagoon right here, and the power plant, and that's right in here. That's kind of what we see. So pretty awesome. But we had that little tiny quake, 0.14, 3.7 kilometers down, 49 minutes after midnight was that guy. Then other ones in the area, this one 5.3 clicks down for this 0.23 from 9:37 a.m. 0.71, 6.1 kilometers down, and that is 3:56 a.m. on that guy. A little bigger there, 0.83, 5.1 kilometers down, 1:30. And, you know, there really isn't a heck of a lot going on down here. It's some very quiet rumbling, and that is what we've got. I want to have a look at this guy up here, though, 2.7 and 5.5 kilometers down from 1821. Haven't seen one there before, but hey, why not? It can happen. This guy, 1.1 kilometers down, it is a 1 magnitude, and 16:15 was the time on that. Then when we slide over a little bit more down here, that would show, what's this, Katla, 1.39, and that is, what is it, 135 meters down, and that happened at 56 minutes after midnight. So that's fairly shallow. And then over here towards, that'd be Bardabunga and Grimsvatn right here, we had a couple twos, 2.4, 1.1 kilometer down from 2146, a fairly fresh one. And there was an earlier one from 1451. It was also a 2.2, 2.6 kilometers down on that guy. Then we had these two right around Grimsvatn, and that was a 1.11, and again that is very close to the surface, 135 meters down, 7:43 a.m. And then also the 0.99, same depth, 135 meters down, not kilometers but meters, and 7:56 a.m. on that guy. So those were there. Don't know if that's going to really do anything for us. And here at Astja, we are seeing this, a 1, and it's 3.1 kilometers down, 8:34 a.m. And then a smaller buddy there from 9:29, 0.26, and that was 5.2 kilometers down in that area. Then we had a 0.7 here, fairly fresh, 1910 was the time on that, and 1.1 kilometers down. So a little bit more shallow, but as we get up here, we see some of these other ones. 2257 was the time on this 0.9, and it's 4.9 kilometers down. And then we'll have a look here, 3.4 from 2218, 12.5 kilometers down. That's a fairly long ways down. Let's see if we can pick out a few more samples out of here, just to get some depths and go from there. So there's that 3.4. We want to find some fresher stuff here. Big, fresh. No, we'll try this one. 2.2, 11.6 kilometers down from 20 39. And what else we got? 1.86, 10 kilometers down, 11:40 a.m. And that is almost like a repeat of yesterday, I think, with the exception of a lot less earthquakes. This guy way out here, 7.4 kilometers down, 6:37 a.m. for the 2.4. And then we had this guy 4 minutes after midnight, 1.9 in magnitude, and a 7.7 kilometers down. Basically, we got the same thing as yesterday as far as depths are concerned. 10 kilometers, 1.6 or 86, 11:40 a.m. What else we got? Let's grab a 1.6 here, 7.1 kilometers down, 19:02. How about a brand new 1.8 or very close to it, 17:34, and that one is very shallow, 200 meters down. So is it possible that we're going to have something there? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. What about this 1.3? Again, very shallow, 1.1 kilometers down, and that is from 2307. And we have a 1.3 there, also 1.1 kilometers down from 2144. So are we maybe going to get something here? Who knows? It's going to be interesting to see what happens, and we'll definitely keep a good eye on this whole situation. So for right now, the main concern is there's nothing erupting over here beside Grimsey. This is where it's still happening as far as the larger amount of quakes. But as I mentioned, why is that grabbing things? I know why. I need to go up, close that, and then come down on top of it when I go like this. All right, 400 in the last 24 hours. And like I said, that is way down from what we had yesterday. Welcome, Sarah. Glad to have you on board. Who else popped in? Lizoid, good to see you. King Colin Debman also here. Welcome. And did I miss anyone else sneaking in? I think we're good for right now. Billy Bob Joe was also here. Welcome. And there we go. Okay, awesome. Anyway, yeah, not seeing a heck of a lot, you guys. And it makes me wonder, are we going to see more in our near future there in Iceland? Because I would really like to see more activity down on the Reykjanes Peninsula. And if this is indeed the start of a cycle, like when it started out last year, you know, if it is in fact a cycle that they said would last somewhere around 200 years of activity, I want to see the activity. You know, not to be pushy or nothing, but hey, lava workers, get to it. Anyway, we'll see what happens in our future. Looking at the other map, it's really not much different, so we don't need to worry too much. We do see these ones. We kind of had a look at that. That's at 2 point whatever it is, that 2.5 that created our spike on our chart. That's the other one that we noted there. I'm not going to go over them again since we already did that. And that was that 3.6 that we had to look at, or 3.4, whichever it was. Now I got myself curious. 3.4, there it is. So pretty cool. We'll see what transpires in our future. Let's leave that be, and we'll take it over to our next volcano that we like looking at. And of course, that is Mount Etna. And Mount Etna, of course, is in the dark right now, since it is in Sicily, and they are not in our same time zone. Just a little bit further out, roughly about 6 hours ago, is what we are putting on the screen here. And when you see that, you almost think, hey, something is erupting. And that's exactly what it does look like. It really does. But We haven't heard of anyone saying there's lava popping out or anything in Sicily, and Mount Etna is still doing its thing. So, not going to fear or worry right now, but we do have a little time lapse. We'll throw that on from earlier, from about 1600 onward, and you can see what is happening there. There's some smoke in the foreground that is really concerning. I don't know if there's a fire going on there, but you do see that the vent on the other side of Etna is actually active. So it's the one that's on the opposite side. It's the one that has all that iron-rich deposit in it, and it's over on the other side. We just can't see it, darn it. But that is where some of that smoke is coming from today, and it does look a little bit ominous, and especially when you're playing it back at high speed. This is about 64 times normal speed, so going through it fairly quickly. We've already gone through 2 hours there, so pretty quick in that sense. And yeah, that plume definitely looks like it is something that would be active, but I don't know. It's kind of awesome. I like it, but I want to see lava. I like lava. Okay, I guess that is about it. Funny, we see some other little puffs of smoke coming off in the left side once in a while. But anyway, there it is, you guys. That is the evening in Sicily, and that is what it was looking like at about 9 or what? Hang on, 1700 or 1900 is 8, 7, yeah, 7 something. So there you go. And that is what we had. Hey, Juliet is here. Welcome, Juliet. Glad to have you on board. But anyway, not a heck of a lot else happening there, and things are fairly quiet, and I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. I think it's going to sleep for a little while. Etna will come back to life when she wants to, not when we want it to. Okay, looking at the time, I'm glad we're moving right along here, so let's pop over to our next one, and we'll get over to the Azores, and let's see, yeah, like that. There we go. Okay, so that, of course, we're on the island of São Jorge in the Azores, and the Azores are located along the mid-Atlantic ridge, kind of straight west of Portugal, if you will, but right in the middle of the ocean. It's basically the only midpoint that anyone can really live on out there, and that's kind of what we're seeing. Anyhow, for those who aren't familiar with this scene, we are on the island of São Jorge. You may finish on time for once. Piggy on a Friday night. Yeah, the day we have lots of time to spend and spare, we'll finish early. Go figure, right? Oh, anyway, that's what it looks like there, and the daytime. And just for those who aren't quite familiar with it, the strait, of course, is about 18 kilometers across. The island on the opposite side there with the big mountain on it, that is Pico Island, and that is Mount Montana, formerly known as Mount Pico, and or Pico Volcano, and that's what we're seeing there. Anyway, we'll leave that be, and that is, of course, just a file thing, and you can see the lights there of Pico Island along the way, so you know there's water in between. Anyway, let's have a quick look at a couple of the other things that we've got there. So that little cove that I always use, and I got to get my picture back for that one. I know I had it somewhere, but a daytime picture of the cove, so you guys kind of better understand what it looks like. other than on weekends, we don't really see it. It's always in the dark. But yeah, we look at how much white water is splashing up here to roughly, get an idea of what the seas are like. And we do see a bit, but not a tremendous amount. We're seeing the waves breaking out a little bit further, so kind of tells you today is a rough day, but not as rough as a couple of days ago. Anyway, popping over to our earthquake map and having a look at that, and we're going to make that a little wider. There we go. Looking right now, they are showing, and this is, I'm surprised they're showing these because that's not actually on St. George. That one was from 1349, 1.6. And then we have this other one also out in the water from, it's a 2.2 from 1410, and makes you wonder. Anyway, we also have a 1.5 from 1729, as well as this 1.7 from 1840 their time, and that is what we kind of see there today. So that area, though, where it's going along, that is actually another fissure in there. So there's a fissure that might even be two chunks in here. And then there's fissures in here. There's also another fissure that lays just off this side of the island as well, on the southwest side here. So pretty awesome to see that. Anyway, let's go over to the other chart. Actually, before we do that, let's, well, this one isn't going to show it. Let's go to the other one. There we go. I'm actually going to refresh this one because we don't know if there was other things that we might have missed. So there we go. And if I zoom it out a little bit, just to give you a better sense of where we are, there's Portugal and Spain, North America, of course. And there's Iceland. Here's your mid-Atlantic ridge going down here. And of course, this is the Eurasian plate. This is the African plate. And that's the North American plate. And as we zoom back in, we can kind of get a better idea of seeing where the Azores are. They're kind of stuck on a little wedge in between. No man's land, if you want to call it that. And that's the way I look at it anyway. It's material that's developed there years and years and years ago, and doing its thing. Maybe we'll get another continent there, perhaps a new Atlantis or something like that. Anyway, you can see those two out of the water that we looked at 9 hours ago, 2.2 and at 1.6. Slightly different measurements on this map. And then we see a 2.2 here 4 hours ago, and 2.06 hours ago. And again, this varies because the other measurements were slightly different. But we don't see any other ones, and that's really what we were after. So looking at these, though, the only one that was a surface one was at 1.6. The other three were fairly far down, the 2.2, 4 kilometers, and then the other 2.2 and 2.0 from earlier in the day were 8 kilometers down. Makes you kind of wonder. Don't need to look at the little chart here today. It's pretty self-explanatory. We only have 4 earthquakes to worry about. So that is good for our Azores. And I'm looking at the time. We do have time to sneak over to Popocatepetl, as foggy as it is. Where's my Popocatepetl picture? Look for the fog, look for the fog. First off, I'll put it back onto 480. There, that's better. And we'll back up and see if we can find it in our early morning hours here. And we did have some very, very big visibility problems with it today. So it's not the greatest of views. And as we move ahead a little bit, this is from 7:35 a.m., kind of our golden moment as the sun rises and hits the volcano, and we can see that. Thank you, Peggy, for the 2-minute warning. And anyway, we don't see too much coming out for the time being, but as we go ahead, it disappears into the cloud work very, very quickly. And we move ahead a little bit, and this is from 9:40, and we do see a little bit more material coming out or gassing. Not sure what's going on there. And then there was a little bit right about here. You can see the dark plume within our clouds, and as we move it ahead 5 seconds at a time, you can see that plume billowing out through the clouds, and we know it was erupting at about 9:17, 9:18 this morning, their time. So that kind of was that till the clouds took over and buried everything. So a big difference between the clouds, though, and what we're actually seeing come out of the volcano as far as the coloration and so on. And that's what we've got. And I think we'll leave that one there. The next scene, of course, is pretty much in the darkness of the clouds, and we'll leave that be. So, yep, we'll leave it there, put it back to live. I'm going to put it back on this other one. It's called Fuego. We'll have a look at that one when we get back from our break. And there it is, in the clouds as well, but that's not a problem. It's buffering. Yeah, story of our lives, right? And that is all good. Anyway, I'm going to put you back on our canned lava and let you watch that while I go take a break. For those good people who are here, hey, Oz is here as well as Mona. Welcome, Oz, and welcome, Mona. I'm glad to have you guys on board. And anyway, going to take that break. For those good people who are here, if you are enjoying the show, by all means, please hit that like button and help us out that way. Of course, our goal is to get over 100 likes to help out with the YouTube analytics, and then go from there. Anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm going to go take a 5-minute break or thereabouts, and we'll keep going with our wonderful stream today on this lovely Friday night. And yes, one of my bunnies did come and eat just a few minutes ago, as well as the squirrel got one cookie so far today, or well, one half of a cookie. Anyway, I'll be back after the break. Keep smiling, play nice in the lava, and I'll be back. Thanks. right, microphone is back on. Welcome or welcome back, everyone. Glad to have you all on board today. And thanks for being here. And we see James Bong made it in. Welcome, James. And Kevin Haynes also here. Didn't see you earlier, but all good. And I think Kevin Williams is also here. So pretty cool. Joseph Fields official in as well. Good to see you. Let's try not to get too much blue in here, and we'll see if we can keep that accomplished, okay? That would be nice, and that's not you doing that, Joseph. It's a little too much there from Bob sometimes. He gets a little overzealous. Let's not scare the customers away, Bob. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going though, and we want to get back to where we were. Gary's hiding. Okay, you stay hiding, Gary. Hi. And let's get back over to Fuego. Oh, hang on, I forgot to do something. I have to go back over there. I have to turn off my canned lava. More blue? No more blue. We got too much blue. That is, blue actually does scare people away. And that is when you have too much blue in the channel. Lots of people run and hide because they don't understand what it's about. They don't realize that our moderators can be friendly. In most other channels, they see a moderator, and it's usually that moderator is there to kick them out, that type of thing, rather than to converse with them. But anyway, here we are looking at Fuego, and it's not too bad, but it is very hazy there. They've got some horrible weather down there as well. Well, all the way to this morning, you couldn't see a darn thing. I think it was almost about 2 hours ago we seen a little bit of an eruption in the clouds, of course, and there you can see a little bit of the off-gassing, but again, the clouds were such that it just didn't allow for very good visibility. So present time is what we see right now, right? And that is exactly what it is. And unfortunately, we're not seeing a heck of a lot happening there. We know it's continuing to erupt, and it does that very, very well when it does do its thing. But anyway, let's get over to a couple other ones real quick here, and we'll see if we can blast through this. In lurkers, okay, Piggy, no worries, thank you, and awesome. Looking at this is Cerro Negro, and that is in Nicaragua, and we see it is pluming a little bit. You can see the gas coming out, but not doing that much. Doing its thing. We know it's doing our good stuff. As far as continuing to erupt, we like it. And of course, this one is starting to get a little hazy. This is a Messiah volcano, and that's where we are seeing the wonderful plume coming out of there as well. And that is what we've got going on there at Messiah volcano right now. And we'll carry on with our next guy. That is Merapi. Unfortunately, Merapi is not going to make us happy. It's still in the clouds, and that is pretty tough to work with when you're trying to say, hey, there's some lava coming or something. But it was not bad earlier, but there we go. Right there, a little earlier. That was 5:15 a.m. And I did look for lava spouting out, and didn't see a heck of a lot going on. And you know, if we go back even to there, we see a little bit of pluming coming out. That is about 1 a.m. But again, no lava, and that is disappointing for all of us. and I don't know what we can do to expedite this or make it go any better. But we'll leave that one be, and that one wasn't so much good. Anyway, moving on, Mount Ruapehu, and that is in New Zealand. I want to go back a bit. We had clear skies earlier. I seen that, or fairly clear. Yeah, it's hiding. Darn it, those clouds. Those clouds always sit over there. There we go. That's without clouds from a distance, and you can definitely see Mount Ruapehu in the distance, and that is the ski hill on top there. But it isn't doing anything right now. It's quiet, and that is pretty normal for that area right now. Anyway, putting it back on there and getting over to the other one. And here we have a closer up view of Semeru for a change, and that is not bad. I just want to see if that quality, again, they changed it. I don't know why YouTube keeps doing that. It keeps changing the quality to a lower level of an image. Anyway, this is what we've got going on there right now. You see a little bit of smoke coming out of it, but not a heck of a lot. But we did watch it overnight and observed what was going on there. This is a quick time lapse I made, and this was from about 8:30 onward, and we seen a few things there. I just want to point out there, you can see the frown on the lava monster, and you'll see his eyeballs there slightly off kilter. But that is definitely in there. And yeah, that's kind of what we've got. Not bad at all. And we do see, there it goes, some more fire. Fire in the hole. And that is pretty cool. And we see the stars moving along pretty good because it is a time lapse. So that is what we had going on there. Kind of neat to see. So a little bit of bacon coming down the hill, and hopefully that'll be good. At least we're getting a few bacon bits, you bet, Mars. And that's better than no bacon. That's the way I'm looking at it anyway. And it is a frown, though. You can definitely see the lava monster frown, and the one-eyed lava monster, if you will, and larva, yep. It is so pretty cool to see, and that was pretty awesome. It wasn't a long video, but it happened over a couple of hours. And we did see a little bit of extra stuff popping out, so pretty cool, pretty awesome. Thanks, Mona, and that should just about be done. Somewhere around, I think it was 8 p.m. is when, 10 p.m. that it finished. There we go. 20:39. That's it. When we got done with it. It looks not bad, and we like it. Anyway, it does seem to be puffing out right now. Hey, welcome, Tetra. Glad to have you on board. And let's see, did anybody else pop in here that... no, I think we're good. I got Henry earlier. Mona, of course, we said hi to already. Okay, cool. I got everybody. Anyway, that is live right there, 6:47. And doing its thing, and hopefully it will continue to erupt a little bit. And of course, if they have the camera zipped in like this, looking at it at a closer up level, it's nice to be able to see that. And hopefully it will try to catch some wonderful lava flowing out in the future. And it is what it is. Anyway, let's carry on looking at other volcanoes. We're going to cruise right through these today, and that is pretty awesome. We're going to head to Japan, And there we go. We are seeing what Sakurajima looks like. Let me see. How come there's no boats there? Hang on. Let me get on that page. There we go. All right. Something is wrong. There's no boats. Who stole all the boats? All the boats are gone. Every last one of them has disappeared. There is a conspiracy happening. Somebody has taken the boats. All right. Who done it? Normally we see all kinds of vessels docked there or anchored there, and we're not seeing a one. Hang on, maybe a little one there. And boat thieves, a whole army of boat thieves. It is weird, you guys. Anyway, let's go take a look and see if we got ice cream happening. And let's see, is that live? No ice cream boat yet. Unfortunately, none there. Why is that? Changed the quality again. Boy, that bugs me. That this thing is dropping the quality to 360 from 1080p. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's so much clearer when you can see it in the closer views. But anyway, not seeing anything happening there. Now, I did try to have a look during the night. I really didn't see a heck of a lot coming off of it. As we go back like 3 hours ago, you can kind of tell there's something coming out, but not a heck of a lot. And that is kind of what we've seen at 5:30 in the morning. High perfect, hiding. Yeah, no ice cream boat yet. We're going to check back for that, though, you guys. Don't worry. That's important. We got to have our ice cream. Anyway, very much darker there at 3:44 a.m. And, hey, the boats aren't here either at 3:44 a.m. What's going on? Somebody did steal the boats. And let's see. There. Maybe they were worried about a storm. I have no idea. Or is there something that I didn't hear about, you guys? No boats there at all. Midnight. Wow. And I mean, they wouldn't be out fishing in the dark. I can't see that. So what's going on with the boats? Where did they go? Really dark looking there. I still can't really see anything. This is, there's one boat, 2 boats maybe. That was at 26 yesterday. And hopefully we can go back a little bit further and see. Yeah, there's a couple of them. They're getting ready to take off. Maybe they moved the boats because of something coming down. Yeah, most of them were gone. I can't see them all being fishing at night. Isn't that illegal? Fishing at night? I have no idea if it is or not, but that would be interesting. All right, anyway, let's put it back to live. That is what we've got there right now. And hopefully we'll see an ice cream boat come in here pretty soon. We're going to check back for it. Let's continue on, take a look at these other ones. This is ASO, and of course ASO is in the clouds as well. If we back up a little bit, you can kind of sort of see the caldera there, and a lot of smoke or steam coming out. There should be steam coming out of there. No smoke right now. It is a level green, so it's not erupting, and that is what we've got. And then looking at our other one, which is also in a storm cloud, and this may be why they moved their boats. It could be stormy in there. This is Suwanosi-jima, and that is a little further south on one of the islands. And again, very hard to tell what's going on. It is very stormy looking there. So that is 5 minutes after midnight. Hard to see, and that is just a little bit too much. And going over here, even further back, 2311, we still don't see anything. So I'm going to leave that one alone as well. And that is what we've got. Unfortunately, not a heck of a lot. So put that back to live. Yep. And let's head over to all and make sure that is on live, since everything else is not. We'll click on that and make sure, yes, it is. And we do see it steaming off here a little bit. And we do know that that is all a volcano. And it is doing its thing. So wonderful to see that. And it's quiet for the most part, and that is the important part right now. And I think we'll not worry about that so much. And let's see how much time we got. 5 minutes. Okay, so what I'm going to do, yeah, let's have a quick look at Yellowstone. And Yellowstone is steaming away. Yellowstone, of course, has over 500 active geysers within that park, and we are just looking at a bunch of them right there. So thanks for bringing that up, Arizona Snowman, thank you. And we are seeing that. That's pretty cool. And trots and hugs, Arizona Snowman and trucks. Okay. No worries, Piggy. All good. And all right. So yeah, that's kind of what we got there. And we can probably take you over to Hawaii really quickly as well. And of course, rather than going over this, I'm just going to show you a couple of videos, small, short videos before my break. And we'll get over to them. We'll get that squared up so we have videos. And we'll play this one. This is a USGS showing the crater. And this is published on September 8th from them. And just give you a little bit of a lavally experience, I think. This one is about 4 minutes long or something. I should have shown you the other one first. But this is a lovely lava. I got to see if I can crank the, again, they cranked me down to 360. I hate that. I don't know why. This thing, I have it set on maximum and always gets bumped down. Makes for a very, very poor viewing when you're seeing it at 360 and it's 1080. Anyway, that is what we were seeing there. A lot of lava movement, and very awesome to see how that just flows through there and drains right out. Not 100% sure of what spot that actually is. But it is too dark to tell. It almost looks like that's the toe area that was happening there. And again, I'm not sure when they actually took that video. Actually, they published it on the 16th. It was September 8th is when they were looking at it. So that was pretty awesome. You can see some of those spots on the sides where it's bubbling up. And of course that's where it's draining, and you get the gas bubbles coming back up and causing spattering, and that is pretty awesome to see. So I like it, and some pretty neat patterns in the way the lava is crusting over and then getting cracks in it and doing its thing. So very cool. And let's see what else we got here. Well, we'll let that play. How long is that? I'm just trying to see. Yeah, we'll maybe finish playing this one. Actually, I'm going to pause this one. We'll watch that in its entirety when I come back. I want to show you this other one before we go for our break. And this one is just a short one, 51 seconds long. So this was from August 2nd, and now one of the things that we did see is a lot of rise in the level of the contents there, and this is gives you a pretty good idea of what it looked like. And of course this is a looped, so we're seeing it over and over again a couple of times here. But you see how that level is rising and how the center area is literally holding up, and it almost looks like the outer edge here is actually up higher in the end, and it almost looks like it's creating an extra island or bowl there. So that is pretty cool, you guys. Anyway, we're gonna leave it on there. It is that time for me to get off and take a break. After my break, of course, we're going to see some bacon seeds. So all good, you guys. And for all of you that are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, please do help us out. We're trying to hit our target of at least 100 likes. That'd be awesome. And hiccup, who had the hiccups? Oz. Hold your breath. No, hang on. Sugar cube. Have a sugar cube. And that's all cool. Hey, Lizoid number 40. Okay, cool. Anyway, you guys, yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. And then, of course, if you're new and you want to get in on the chat, by all means, hit that subscribe button. It takes 1 minute, and then you can join our Lava family. And on those friendly notes, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm going to go take a 5-minute break or thereabouts. And then we're going to come back with some beautiful bacon seeds that our wonderful Piggy has sent us. So thank you, Piggy, and I'll be back. Keep smiling, you guys. I'll throw you back onto the canned lava. Well, I'm not going to throw you there. I'm going to switch the screen back and let you watch it. So that is all right. I don't want to throw anyone into the lava. That would hurt. And my insurance doesn't cover it, I don't think. So let's get that back in action there. Okay, that's it. I'm going to be back in 5 minutes. Keep smiling and be good, you guys. Thank you. we go. Microphone is on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. And thank you, oh mummy of hamsters, for the welcome back, Uncle Doc. And thanks, Sue Hayes. And Yvonne Kunkel is here. Welcome, Yvonne. I hope you're back home and safe and sound and resting and all that wonderful stuff. That would be excellent if you are. And there's no place like home. There's no place like home. And hang on, that is James Bong, Department of Repetitive Department. Awesome and cool. Pardon me. Glad to have everyone here anyway. And good to see all the extra people popping in. It is time for bacon seeds. But before we get there, I wanted to, since somebody put the Department of Repetition Department, you know, that's like saying the old joke, if Pete and Repeat were sitting on the fence and Pete fell off, who was left? And of course, you're going to answer with repeat. And that's when you would say, if Pete and Repeat were sitting on the fence, and Pete fell off, who was left? There you go. I did, oh mummy of hamsters, and that is awesome. Anyway, I know, bad humor. It's, yeah, the repeat jokes. We're going to have to repeat those later so everybody gets that. Who's on first? I don't know. Hang on. What's on second? Never mind. Bacon seeds. Let's go. Let's find them. And there they are. Oh, hang on. That was yesterday's last one. And we love our little bacon seeds. That is such a cutie. Here's our next one. And, everybody go, aww. Look at the little baby sleeping. What's on second? I don't know what's on third. No, hang on. I forgot that. That is cute. That is such a small little tiny little baby. And we like it. And let's get to our next bacon seed. That is this little guy. He's got such a nice smile. And the blue eyes. Smile and blue eyes. What more do you want from a little baby? And very awesome. Very, very awesome. Okay, next bacon seed is this little critter. Shh, they're all sleeping today. He's wearing a sweater and he's sleeping. He's being very, very quiet. And I gotta love it. That is awesome. So, okay, let's get our next bacon seed, and we'll see what that one looks like. And that is this one. Oh, another one sleeping. Shh, quiet. They're all asleep. He's got a smile on his face, and he's sleeping. That is cute. Gotta love it, you guys. I really do. They are wonderful little bacon seeds, and they do have to recharge by getting that sleep with a smile. You can always tell when they're happy and content, and there you go. Next one, look at the smirk on this one's face. That is just adorable. Beautiful pink nose, and I gotta love it. Gotta love that. That is an awesome looking bacon seed. He looks like he's enjoying himself, whatever he's doing. He's spending time with his parents. Anyway, it is good looking. That is cool. Did I say good evening, Leo Carlson? I'm glad to have you on board. And let's get to our next bacon seed. And what do we got? We got a sleeping bacon seed and a guard bunny. The guard bunny is watching the, taking a look and making sure nobody's attacking or anything. That guard bunny is deadly, so he's taking his guard duties seriously, watching over that wonderful little piggy, and letting the little piggy sleep very, very soundly. All right, let's get to our last bacon seed for today. And yep, it's the bacon seed guard. I think that bacon seed guard is all over the place. Look at that. Bacon seed guard. That bacon seed guard is guarding the little ones. And it's got its antennas up, listening for strange sounds. And very, very cool. I gotta love it, you guys. So, very, very awesome to see, and very cute. A little bacon seed. And of course, the bacon seed must trust that bunny because of that. They're very close. Very, very close. Gotta love it. Huge bunny, tiny piggy. You got it. And you know, the bunny really isn't that big. It's that little piggy is really, really small. That is what it is. Yeah, how small the pig is. Yep, it is. Because that bunny, I mean, even if you put that bunny at 20 pounds, that really makes that little bacon seed very, very small. And I don't think the bunny would be much more than that. But we love it. Anyway, we'll leave our bacon seeds there for today. And we'll pop back over to Hawaii and actually take a look at what we do have. And of course, this morning we had our good friends, Two Pineapple. Pardon me, I had a hiccup now too. All right, who gave me the hiccups? Somebody had them earlier, and now I've got them. Oh, hang on, that was Oz, wasn't it? It's contagious. Anyway, that is what our lava pond looked like. And we basically see a lot of the spots around the edges lit up, and of course that is where the gases are bubbling up and the lava is draining out, and that is pretty cool. So that is awesome to see, and we like it. We're going to refresh it, and that one was from 1926 yesterday. We're going to take a look at the current picture, and evidence is mounting. The lava truck was there. We see the level is down quite a bit. Lots of smoke in the area, unfortunately, so visibility is a little bit tough. We can see the toe area here down and level a little bit, and then also we again see the little drain holes, if you will, and the lava with the spatters and so on from the gas bubbles, and hard to tell anything else in there, so let's leave that one be. We'll take a look at the other ones. There it is from nighttime, different angle, lava pond, primary vent right there. You can't see that hornito. It's a couple of little glow spots on there, but typically pours out through a lava tube into the little pond there and kind of does its thing. And let's refresh that one, get a shot right now. Visibility is nil because of the smoke coming out of the primary vent here, and unfortunately we're not seeing a heck of a lot. And let's go to the other side of the caldera, and this one of course from last night as well. Again, a lava pond, primary vent over here, a little toe area, you can barely see it. The levels were already down quite a ways. Let's have a look at this one here. Pop a sugar cube and hold your breath. I know. Oz, actually, I have a better one. I basically say to myself, hiccups go away. And they disappear. And it works. I know, it's funny, right? Anyway, lava pond, toe area, primary vent, lots of smoke, and unfortunately it's just too much smoke. Now, one of the things, this smoke down here in the bottom, unfortunately we don't see too well. Maybe we can on the other one here. This area here, This morning, this was smoking quite a ways up on the side of the hill here, and there was some cracks in that area, and we may see some of that collapse in the future. So if we go back and look, that's just right underneath here. Unfortunately, we don't see it in this picture, and it's right down below. So that's what we've got, and that's where it's coming from. We'll see what happens in the future. And here we go. We are seeing the thermal image from last night. The lava level was already somewhat down. Primary vent right there. Hornito there. Hard to see it, but the lava tube is in there dumping material in. We do see some glow spots on the other side. We've seen that one yesterday as well. And the lighter areas around the edges, which is fine, and we don't mind that. We know that that whole area had risen up, and of course everything is rising up. So let's get it on to the current one, and I'm going to refresh, and there we go. And again, we can look around the edges. Still fairly light in some spots, but we're not seeing any open or fresh lava popping out. Now, we had previously mentioned that it was at 137 meters in elevation of lava in the actual crater floor, 137 meters, but it's now measured at 143 meters. So it's gone up quite a ways, which is 469 feet. The numbers have also gone up from the amounts that are within that crater, and it was at 104 million cubic meters, and it is now sitting at 111 million cubic meters. So the increase equates to 29.2 billion gallons of lava, if you want to have it that way. And the original eruption here, September 29th, 2021 is when it actually started. So that's what we've got, and that is pretty much it for that. Now again, we did have that time lapse. I'll let that play again here and make that a little bigger. And the time lapse of the crater floor rising. So this was from August 2nd, and it was published on August 4th. And you see how that was rising, and they do run through it three times or so, but that is a lot of bulging, if you're asking me. It's really going up and down quite a ways, hence all that cracking that we see in the lava pond or the other areas. And you can actually see, if I stop that, hang on, I'm going to stop that right about here, and just look in the foreground. You see how smooth this lava is here, and that is because it was a fresh pour. And whenever you see that, it's not rough like this other areas. So that was fairly still lava and fresh, but it will turn into this crumbly stuff as well in the near future. And let's show you the other video though, and we'll let that one play again. This time I'm going to let the whole thing play, and of course that was what we were seeing. It is actually pretty awesome to watch that lava sink and drop back down. Buffering? I hope not. I do see my bit rates are up and down a little bit. We've been having some issues with the internet here, but they're holding fairly well. Well, it's close to where it should be, very close. So I did see it spike up a couple times, and I'm just really baffled as to how that happens. I know it's not coming from my computer. It's because it's happening on both machines at the same time. So I know it's something inherently wrong with the internet here from our service provider. Anyway, on screen you can see some of those spatters coming up, and of course that is the gas bubbles as the lava is draining down into the lava tubes. That the gases, of course, are being forced out, and since they're lighter in weight, they go up and they pop out, and of course create some of that spatter and get all over the place. So pretty awesome to see that, though. I like it, and pretty cool. Yeah, we'll let that play. I mean, that's it's neat to look at. I like lava. Hopefully it's not buffering for you others. I say all good again. Okay, sounds good, Yvonne. And anyway, whiskey cola a long time ago. Whiskey cola? Oh, wow. I can't drink. No whiskey and no cola for me. Well, Pepsi, but no whiskey. And I like some of these videos that they do present from USGS. They're pretty darn good videos. Nighttime shots, mind you, they can cheat a little bit because they can stand at their observatory and have better shots than most of the other people, since that area is out of bounds for them. Surprisingly, no buffering for me. Mars 2028, that's awesome. What? It was it magic? Pepsi, no Coke. Okay. All right. Yep, Pepsi's better. No buffering here, and beside the Atlantic, we usually get buffering quite a lot. Oh, all right. Well, then I would have to say it's probably something to do with the internet service providers in your local area. I'm off the hook. But I don't know. What? I don't remember anything from that evening. Yeah, Yvonne, that's not good. When you can't remember, you don't want to be doing. You don't want to be getting into that point. Never mind. Anyway, looking at that lava drain out, that's it's actually draining fairly quickly. When you take a look at that, you wonder, is it like, how's it doing that? That must be a pretty fast flow coming in through that other lava tube, filling this thing up. So to see the amounts flowing out is pretty incredible. That's got to be quite a flow going right through there. And that is a little bit too heavy and too harsh, and all good. But I don't know. It's interesting. I like watching this, and I think that was it. So that's thanks to the USGS, and we'll pause that and we'll leave it alone. That is our current picture, and we'll zoom that back out. Actually, I'm going to see if we can refresh. That's a little bit better. We can actually see it there. But that level is still quite a ways down from what it normally is. Let's get on to our earthquake maps, and that, of course, is the wrong map. We're supposed to be on this one. There we go. And what do we got? 4 minutes. Yep, we can take a look at the Hawaiian Islands, of course, and there's the Hawaiian Island chain. We're going to take a look here, and first thing I notice is a quake in an odd place, and haven't seen that for a bit. That is 3.8, and that is south of what is it? Lanani, if I said it right, city in Hawaii, and I've got those darn hiccups back. Darn it! Anyway, it happened at 10:19 their time, 14 kilometers down, and very interesting. 3.8, that's sizable. I haven't seen those for a while. So that is kind of what we see there right now. Let's zoom in a little bit. We do have another one here that's out of an odd place. 2.7 in magnitude, 11:06 a.m., 22.3 kilometers down, and don't usually see them over there on near Captain Cook, over on the I guess that would be southwest side, something like that, west side, I guess, for the most part. But let's look down here in the Pahala area, see what we've got. Not too many today, and that is all right. 2.3, 5:57 a.m. And there we have a 2.1, and that was yesterday's at 22:47. We have a 1.9 at 16:30. We have a 2.4 at 1:07, 2.0, and that is from 7:23. And this guy here, 2.1 from yesterday as well, 23:22. And this guy, 2.2 from today at 14:48, sliding over a little bit more. 2.8, and that is at 8:34 a.m. We have that guy 2.1, yesterday's 20:37, 2.0 from today 15:39, and we'll grab that guy 1.8 from 53 minutes after midnight. And of course, let's not forget about these other two. And of course, up on top of Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa. This is Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, and that one is from yesterday, 21:06, 1.7 in magnitude, right near the top of the caldera there, minus 0.7 meter, 700 meters above sea level, technically, I guess. And we'll leave that guy be. There's Kilauea's crater, and of course, this is the little one we seen down on the bottom, 2.5, 6 kilometers down from yesterday at 1921. And when we look at this here, you know, those measurements I kind of mentioned earlier there as to the crater floor, this gives you a little bit more of an idea what it actually would look like, you know, empty. So if you can imagine a whole bunch more lava in there to raise the level of that here in that caldera, which is, it's quite a deep hole, really, and it's a big, big deep hole, so you wouldn't want to fall in, that's for sure. All right, it is time for a break, so I am going to do that. We will check with the rest of the earthquakes around the world in a little while. We do have some red spots here, real quick. 5.3, Kermadec Ridge. We have Vanuatu or Loyalty Islands, 5.5. And we'll discuss those when we get back from the break. So for all those good people who are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, please do consider doing that. That would be good. Yvonne says, okay, I'm tired. Have a good day / night, everyone, and thanks for another great stream, Doc. Mods, Lavaliers, and Lava families. See you later. Yvonne, get some rest. You've been doing some traveling. That takes a lot out of you, and takes a couple days to recoup usually. So smile and have some lavally dreams, and a very good night to you, Yvonne. Sleep well. All right, on that friendly note, I am going to throw it back on here to our canned lava, and we will continue on watching that while I am on break, and keep smiling, and we'll see what we can do here, you guys. let's let that play. Okay, there we go. And get you some music, and that is on. So don't forget to hit the like button, and also if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, by all means hit that subscribe button as well. On those friendly notes, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. Keep smiling. Thank you. we go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX, a live stream. And I've stopped our video there just to see. Thank you for the welcome backs from Oz, Hugs, Dr. Fox. Okay, thanks. And of course, and thank you for renewing that membership, Oz. That's awesome. Thank you, Sue, and Mummy of Hamsters says, welcome back, Uncle Doc. Thanks, Leo, for the welcome back, as well as Mars and Kevin. And I hear you from Sharon Stewart. Excellent. That is all great. Anyway, let's get back to what we were looking at. We were going to take a look at the earthquakes that have been happening around the world. And of course, the latest ones, we're going to dive right into this area here. And this seems to be the area that is full of wonderful and interesting things happening. So this one, of course, 5.3 Kermadec Islands, Kermadec Ridge area from 1806, today 11.2 kilometers down. Not super huge, but still right there, always causing problems. And then when we take a look at these other ones, we got a 4.6 here from today at 11:22, 184 kilometers down, and that was what do they call it? Tonga area, Vaini. Anyway, Tonga is busy, and of course the one that we're going to be watching for is that Home Reef volcano, which is also in Tonga, and that is a submarine style volcano. Anyway, we also had that 4.7 there. That was from the 14th, from 2144. Then at 231 kilometers down, we see this guy out here, and American Samoa, 5.8 near Tau, and that may also pop. We'll see what happens in the future. And of course, we remember this one, 7.0 Vanuatu, but we have another one there, and not too far away from it, Loyalty Islands, happened today at 1758, 70.6 kilometers down, 5.5 in magnitude. Then also this guy, 4.6 from 5:16 a.m., only showing 10 kilometers down on that guy. Another one up there, 4.5, and that's Kira Solomon Islands, and that one was 96.2 kilometers down at 9:50 a.m. Let's move over a little bit more, and we'll take a look at some of the other ones. This continues here, this spot. It must be a hot spot. Anyway, 5.2 is the magnitude, and 10:18 a.m., 18.4 kilometers down. That little friend there, 4.9, still sizable. 9:39 a.m. at 108 kilometers down. Not seeing any new ones in the Indonesian lands there, other than these. 5.4, 2:17 a.m., 66.8 kilometers down. And then 4.6, 97.8 clicks down from 5:45 a.m. Right there. We do see this one. This is not too far away from Guam, I think. Micronesia is what they're calling it, 5.1, and that was yesterday's at 22:36. Moving up, we see a really small one here, Japan area, 4.6. 27.3 kilometers down from 1400 today. We don't see anything new up on the Kamchatka Peninsula, and pretty quiet that way. Sliding over a little bit. Here's something I kind of seen earlier, and I see we have had recourse here. So this one here I seen earlier, 4.8. Just off the coast of Yemen, and that I thought, okay, if we're seeing that, I better tell Piggy, get ready for another earthquake. because that's pushing, and this is the Arabian plate, a microplate or whatever they call it. It's pushing upward, and of course it's pushing against the Anatolia plate, and then we had a 4.8 equivalent there at 1430, 11.1 kilometers down, and that is of course going to end up pushing against that whole area. And we know that it's interesting how those plates are actually moving. I'm going to see if I can draw on the screen real quick. So up here in the northern portions, I'm trying to write in the wrong spot. That is kind of curving this way, and it is moving a little bit faster up north there than it is down on the bottom, and that is curving around like this as well. So that Anatolia plate is got two speeds, so we'll put high up there and low down here. So that is what we're seeing, and as it curves around, of course it's pushing against the plate that Piggy is on, and that causes some earthquakes. And for the life of me, I can't remember. I am colored in the wrong spot. But we do also have this other guy on the other side of the main body of Greece there, and that is a 4.5. She did not feel that one, so that's what we've got. Moon just passed Mars, shake alert. Yep, that is possible. Anyway, we don't see anything major around otherwise. We are still way, way low, about 400 quakes lower than we normally see in earthquakes, according to the USGS. Typically, the average is about 2250, and we see that a lot less. 1858 right there, so big difference. Anyway, going over, we'll pop over to the Canary Islands, and we'll have a quick look at that. I'm going to refresh that, and then we'll see what we've got there. So, okay, and that moved the star over 3.1 out in the middle of the water there somewhere. From 1839 UTC, and really not making any sense why it's going there, but hey, I'll let it. Let's take a look at La Palma though, and we'll see what we've had in La Palma today, and unfortunately not very much. 13 kilometers down for this 1.1 from 3:40 a.m. and then we had a 1.8 at 4:46 a.m., 14 kilometers down. So if you're looking at the map, you can see that 1.8 is on the eastern side of the ridge, and the 1.1 on the western side of the ridge. And that's what we've got there. So that's it for that area, and really nothing too major going on. If we zoom out, we do see this guy up here, and that is a 3.5, happened a couple days ago at 6:20 on the 14th their time. Then we also have that guy that was on yesterday from 11:42, and that is a 4, so a little bit bigger. Now you got to remember this area over here, that is the African plate, and this is the Eurasian plate, and that is the boundary between the two plates is running along here, and of course there's your wonderful Azores Islands. So that is where those are, and that gives you a pretty good idea. Moving over to the volcano map, I'm going to refresh this one again since we want to get it up to date. And we'll have a quick peek and see what we've got, if there's anything new. And of course, Iceland down to just Askja. We do still see the 2 in the Azores, and down here, Michael Volcano, South Sandwich Islands, not bad. And looking at a majority of what we see along the Ring of Fire, pretty normal down in the bottom here. Still seeing that they did add Fernandina again, and it is still a yellow, hasn't erupted, so that is all right. We do see, hang on, is that Messiah that they put as a yellow? No, Talika. So Talika has slowed down. It was orange before, and actually it was gone before. Hang on, it was orange, then yellow, and it disappeared, and now it's back. So possibly I see something happening from it in the future. We do see some of those small quakes here. 31 minutes ago, 4.0, and in Mexico, 52 kilometers down, and there 4.5 just in Mexico as well. Hour and 44 minutes ago, and this guy 28 minutes ago, 4.1, 66 kilometers down. That one I don't believe is on land. No, it's just right beside it. So pretty interesting. And then of course 1 hour and 45 minutes ago, 4.1, very close to Mexico City. And you really don't want them happening there because of the structure, underlying structure in Mexico City is basically a bowl. And what happens is those shots or aftershocks will bounce back and forth within that bowl, creating a tremendous amount of damage with shaking buildings and so on. Anyway, White Isle Volcano still there. We got Tofu up, and there we've got Home Reef Volcano, and now in orange. So that is one to watch out for. It is a submarine volcano, but it is now showing on the map. So we will likely see it break the surface and create a new island, and that'll be fantastic. And of course, American Samoa out here, Ta'u, and that is what we see there. The other guys are pretty much all normal guys for the most part. Nothing changed really that I can see. Zip in a little bit closer here. Yeah, Ibu and Dakono still there, and of course Luholotok still erupting, and Mayon still off-gassing. Same thing with Ta'al sliding up, Suwanosi-jima and Sakurajima are still both very active. We do see some extra quakes here 18 minutes ago, 4.1, and then we also have this one 1 hour and 43 minutes ago, 4.6. That's probably just a little bit more than that by now, but anyway, Chikarachki still a yellow, Ibiko still red, and I see they changed Bezimiani. Anyway, Karimsky orange, Bezimiani orange now too, and Shivalish, of course, still red. So that is what we've got. And more quakes continuing in Kazakhstan, as well as I guess parts of China or whatever is up there. And hopefully that'll calm down there a little bit. That seems to be a hot spot for earthquakes right in here. And hopefully they'll be okay with those. It'll ease up a little bit. Anyway, there's that first one that we've seen down there, and I guess this is the second one that we've seen, 4.8, 4.8, but their times are a little off on this in comparison to the other ones. Nothing new down here in Africa. We'll leave that be, and we have Mount Etna, of course, Volcano, and Stromboli right there doing their thing, and that's pretty quiet. Sliding over to Iceland. It looks so lonely with only one cone on there. We need some more. We need extra cones. Somebody go there and start a fire. Get those lava workers working. Yvonne tried, and was unsuccessful, I guess. But we'll leave that alone. Okay, so let's have a quick peek here at the weather, and we'll get over to that map. Hang on, there we go. SO2, there we are. Going to refresh that one really quickly. It doesn't take long, so there we go. We see all our wonderful stuff happening here. Our jet stream has gone into a real cycle, and I'm not sure exactly why, but well, I can see why. It's the way the systems are built up. So it's curving around this one, coming down, and then it's kind of grabbing up a little bit and then jamming back down over here. And it must be getting pretty windy out there for Sue. And I'm just wondering, Sue, is it windy for you? Looking at the jet stream, it's kind of coming down right over top of you. And just wondering if it's windier. We do see that SO2 plume up here. I'm wondering if there is a forest fire or something happening in that area. This looks like leftovers from here in it was windy today. Okay, makes sense. And anyway, Alaska here, a lot of stuff going on. Now we also have other volcanoes up here that may pop in the near future. Definitely going to keep an eye on what's happening there. Sliding down a bit, we do see the pluming going back into the Pacific, which is, I don't know if we want to call that good or bad, but we do see that going there. And some circulations here indicating that we might have some storms or a couple storms here, double whammy of sorts. And looking here, looks like somebody from the Galapagos Islands put on the brakes and put up a wall to stop that SO2. Getting down here, wow, looking at South America, a lot of SO2 coming off of Chile and moving through Argentina and Bolivia, and those areas are ending up in there, and a lot of pollution there from most of those areas. Some volcanic stuff, but most of it is okay. Get rid of that. And the White Isle volcano, not bad right there. And we see here, we see Tasmania clear. Even Melbourne looks clear as far as SO2. Very little from the refineries. Coking plants are still doing their thing and dumping out some stuff. Getting over here, Tofua is doing its thing, but I'm waiting for the other one to kick in as well. That home reef, and I'm not sure if it's already doing its thing, but hopefully we'll see another plume pop up there that's going to be distinctive from this one. Vanuatu area, still pretty normal. We see our three guys there, and still seeing what's going on in Papua New Guinea, and Luolatok making this one. And down here, so we've got Raroon, and we have Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa, but we also have Jakarta helping out with that pollution. And this is Ibu and Dakono making that little bit of a mess. And then when we're here, Mayon is continuing to do its thing. And some of this here is from our wonderful Taal volcano, but actually a lot of it from the city of Manila itself. Today is Mexican Independence Day. Hopefully they will have some great fireworks from Popocatepetl. That would be awesome, and I think that would be enjoyable. Anyway, looking down here, we see bottom end of the islands here for Japan. Suwanoshi-jima creating its plume, as well as what we have in here for our other one, that is, of course, Sakura-jima. People pollution up here, I think. And we get up into the Kamchatka area. and we do know that Chikarachi and Ibiko are responsible for that. And I still am trying to find out because I see like multiple lobes here, and we only have 3 volcanoes that are active. So why do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly 6 different lobes? And that is a few extras, and we're going to have to try to find out what's going on there. Anyway, pretty normal though, nothing too outrageous. We see a lot of that is actually almost floating right along the Aleutian Islands, big low sitting there still. Sliding over, pretty normal in China, same thing with South Africa. DR Congo, pretty normal, coking plants and the volcano. Looking here, very, very difficult to tell where our RTVE is, but we do know it is continuing to do its thing. And Saudi Arabia's actually got some clear sky in here for a change, really odd, maybe because it's all red in this spot. And looking at what we have here at Mount Etna, and we see that is changed direction slightly, and it is now heading over top of Greece and all those other places like Albania and so on, going in that direction rather than downward into the Sahara Desert. So that's what we're seeing there. And let's see, looking at Europe, for the most part, not bad at all. And nothing up in Sweden, Norway, Finland. We do see a little bit of a plume here at the Reykjavik, and of course that is from the aluminum smelter we looked at earlier. And that is kind of that for right now. I am going to take a break, you guys. My throat is just killing me. We will go back over the weather afterwards, and just wanted to point out these Fiona there in the Caribbean. Leicester is one of the ones that's off the coast of Mexico, and then 94E is also there. And then you have this Namadol, if I said it right, churning away down on the bottom of the Japanese islands. That's why we have such poor visibility, and that may be why all those fishing boats got moved. They probably brought them a little further into the harbor to keep everything safe. And of course, here you see Moifa is now hit land and is up North Korea and heading into Russia, actually, up there, or China. Yeah, China and Russia. Well, Russia is this piece. This is China. So Moifa is in China. Anyway, let's deal with that after the break. I'll put you back on some lava. We'll get that moving. And there we go. Lava in action. Music. Cue the music. And that'll be good. So for those good people here, we are at 93 likes. If there's some that haven't hit that like button yet, let's see if we can get this thing pushed over 100 before the end of the stream. That would really be awesome, and I would really appreciate that. So help us out. And wow, Billy Bob Joe throws in a $5 super chat, and that is awesome. Try again. What do you want me to try again, Billy? Billy Bob Joe. And thank you for that awesome $5 super chat, first one of the day, and really I do appreciate it. Thank you very kindly. And on that note, I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'll be back in about 5-6 minutes, and don't go away. Don't go away. Not yet. And the microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. Glad to still have you on board here. And I'm your host, DrFox2000. You're watching VolcanoX live stream. Thanks, everyone, for being here. And thank you, Leo and Sue and Dr. Fox from One Fish. And thanks, Kevin Haynes, and Sharon Stewart says, I hear you. Okay, thank you, Sharon. And Money of Hamsters, of course. Welcome back, Uncle Doc. Awesome. Okay, let's continue. And who is Doc? Billy Bob Joe is not Doc. I am Doc. I am Doc. Let me double check. Hang on. Oh, I'm back. Okay, yeah, definitely, I am he. What's up, Doc? Yeah, sure. And that is also pretty cool. I can't hear you, Sharon. What's the matter? I can hear her just fine. Anyway, awesome. Glad to have you all on board. And hit that like button if you haven't done that yet. We're still trying to push that over 100. And let's go back, and we're going to do our weather now, since we haven't done that part yet. We did the SO2 before the break, but we'll have a look and see what we've got for weather. I did refresh the screen. It is up to date, and we can see we see colder temperatures in the mountains here in British Columbia and the Yukon, and of course up in Alaska and the northern portions of Canada, in the Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut. We do still see a little bit of warmth here. Grandma B, thank you for that awesome super chat. And by the way, also a big thank you to Billy Bob Joe for that $5 super chat. So let me get that written down. Grandma B. There we go. And thank you very much for that $3 super chat. Excellent. Thank you very, very kindly. And thanks for the thumbs up. Awesome. Anyway, looking at what we've got here, we see out here in the prairies, they still had some fairly good temperatures, but a little bit more seasonal, if you will. And that's what we were seeing in our prairie provinces until you get a little further into Manitoba area. There you start seeing it dropping off as far as temps are going, and then looking here, and remember that jet stream is kind of coming down over here and whooshing through this area, so we're getting a lot more of that cold air being drawn down. This high here isn't helping any either, because that circulation is clockwise drawing down the cold stuff, but that's no good. Winter is coming, you guys, and we know it. So looking at 11, 12, 13 degrees, 14 in some spots there out in the eastern islands, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia area, and depending on where you are, and of course getting up into Newfoundland, very, very cold. Dropping down in the United States, we see the Midwest area, not bad temperatures. The warmest places, of course, down in Texas. California has even cooled off a bunch. We see 28, 29 degrees, depending on where we're going there. A lot cooler than normal. Death Valley, thank you, Sue, and that is showing at about 36 degrees Celsius, 96 Fahrenheit. So a little bit cooler than normal. And Las Vegas sitting at 31, 32, not bad. LA only 23, a little warmer up in the Sacramento region, 26, 27, 28, depending on where you are. So a lot warmer there. And then we see, as soon as we get inland a little bit more, we see the temperatures go up. And of course, Arizona, we see a lot of stuff there, and probably some real good temperatures still hanging in there. 35 degrees Celsius in Phoenix, Tucson being somewhere around 33, 34. So that's all right. Sliding over, we see Texas is probably the continuously warm state down there right now, and that is what we're seeing. Not so bad. I don't know. I don't see too much trouble here, other than it's getting cold. North Dakota is getting the cold temps from that low being pulled down here, but we're looking at the other states, not too bad for fall weather, and we would expect that. Along the eastern seashore, Florida, not too bad, but getting a lot of wind coming down and through, so 20 anywhere from about 23 to 26 degrees, 27 degrees, a little bit warmer on the panhandle here, but not too bad. I guess we call it seasonal, and that's what we've got. So it's not bad. Phoenix 35, yep, that is pretty cool there, or warm, but normal. And of course, here in the Baja, we see bigger temperatures. Here's that E94E, and that is the bigger storm there. But Lester is the one that's dumping all that stuff inland, and definitely doing its job. Going down Central America, kind of cool, but normal really for the most part. Seeing the Amazon, it is starting to heat up. We are still seeing some very cold temperatures, Rio de Janeiro, Sao Paulo, but we see some of that warmth actually sneaking in Argentina here, going around Buenos Aires area. Buenos Aires actually coming in at 17 degrees, which is pretty good for right now. A little cooler in Uruguay, but not so bad. And then I guess not bad in Paraguay as well. And I guess Bolivia is not bad too. And going down on the bottom of Argentina, we see some very cold temps. This high is not doing anybody any favors. It's drawing in some of that cold air from down in the Arctic, and we don't like that. But hey, that's the way Mother Nature works. We see that high there, low here, another low here, and that is creating a real mess for this area, and unstable air for the most part. We're seeing anywhere from about 8 to 12 degrees on the South Island, actually 5-6 degrees, my bad. Mind you, that's in the higher elevations. So that's what we're seeing there. North Island, a lot warmer today, but still holding reasonable temperatures, not anything too warm or too cold. There's that bad low, and looks like it's kind of a stretched out low here. It's got buddies, and that low, of course, is drawing in some of that air. Hopefully it'll bring some more warm air down, but for right now, Melbourne looking at 10, 11. Leo brought it up. It says 13 degrees. So I don't know. That's interesting to see. Tasmania a little bit cooler than that, but still, once that low moves off, then it will allow that air to push down again, and that would be good. Looking at Sydney coming in at about 20 degrees Celsius, a little bit warmer there today, and Oz has got 25 degrees Celsius in Brisbane, that is pretty awesome. And Alice Springs coming in at 23 degrees, thanks Oz. And over here at Perth, we got about 15, and that's not too bad. And we see the upper portions of Australia quite warm, so we like that. Brisbane 26, that is pretty nice. Yeah, that would be a nice day, Oz. I hope you're enjoying it. Anyway, looking at our Philippine, Indonesian, Malaysian area, they've got all those storms in there and just keeps going with those storms. Looking at Bangkok showing about 28 degrees, 29, no, Sue brought it up, 29 degrees Celsius, 77% relative humidity, and fair temperature, well, fair, wait, it'll rain there. It always does. Anyway, a little bit weird system right here where this is converging, and not sure if they're going to get another storm building here as well, but we definitely see this. This is a typhoon, and that is what is starting to hit the bottom end of Japan, and that is likely why all of the boats were moved. And I bet you what they did, because those boats, if we zoom in, those boats are sitting out here. I bet you they brought them in here somewhere to get a little bit more shelter, and that would be a smart move. So what we normally see is, I think, from this side. So if they brought them over there, that would be awesome, and that would definitely help them out. As far as saving the vessels. And let's go up a little bit further here, see what else we've got. It doesn't look too bad in the Sea of Japan, Yellow Sea, not bad. That storm has dissipated here that we had, so that's kind of moved up. I think the remnants might be right about here. And then, of course, when we go up a little bit further, we see that high. Pushing some warm air back in, and that is probably making the Japanese people happy. And we do see that massive low, and that is just that's the refrigerator. It's working its magic, pulling in all that cold air from the Arctic, and that ends up pulling some of the Siberian air over as well, getting things to cool off. And that is what we're seeing in that area. India, pretty normal for what we've got. They do have a high sitting on the bottom here. That's probably helping keeping things a little nicer there for them. And looking here, we do see a couple systems kind of developing in there. Madagascar looks like it's in the firing line again for new stuff. Looking at South Africa, definitely warmed up a bunch compared to what it was, but higher elevations are still quite cold from the looks of things. And moving up a little bit more, looking at Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and of course Oman and UAE. Those are still holding very good temperatures, a little cooler in some areas there in Iran. Iraq is also slightly cooler than what it was before. They're not hitting the high 30s anymore, so things are starting to cool off, and even the Sahara Desert is all low 30s and high 20s now, and that's kind of telling you seasons have changed. Okay, looking over here to see what Piggy has in her area there, about 23 degrees on the island of Kos, and possibly let's see if we bring up Piggy's weather real quick. There we go, and we'll see if we can bring that in. And there she's got 21 degrees. Boy, she's going to be freezing. When you're used to 30 to 40 degrees on a daily basis, it is going to get a little bit on the cold side. Anyway, Sicily not looking bad at all. They do have some nice night temperatures. Still around the coastal areas of the boot of Italy, still quite warm, and that goes for most of it. Higher elevations, again, you can see the colors there, and those are cold. Naples 23 right now, so that's what we've got there. Looking at Spain, bottom end of Spain, most of, I guess, 2/3 of Spain and Portugal holding some reasonable temperatures for nighttime. A little bit cooler up in the northern part, And then once we get up into France, we start to see single digits, and that is pretty much what the routine should be for this time of year. Same thing goes for Belgium and Holland, actually getting some warm air coming off of the ocean here, but a little cooler inland when you get into Germany. Looks like Berlin holding in at about 11 or so, Hamburg 11 or 12, and when you get down to Munich, down here where Tom is, down to 9 degrees. And of course, they have a cure for that, though. They have what they call Oktoberfest, and that helps alleviate that cold. Anyway, looking at England, single digits all the way through for the most part, and that is definitely, it doesn't matter where you go, whether you're in Wales or Scotland, it's all the same. Even over in Ireland, quite cool, and that is not so good. Hopefully they'll get some warmer temps. And of course, looking here at Denmark, they're actually warmer than most places in Germany right now, so that's kind of weird. But they've got that. And then the bottom end of Sweden here, not bad. Getting up into Stockholm, you're at about 10 degrees. Oslo coming in about 9 degrees. And we'll take a look at the rest up here. Looks like there's got to be a big low in here. Yeah, there it is. And just past Helsinki, St. Petersburg over there, 9 degrees. So that low was pulling all the rest of the warm air out of there, and going to replace it with that cold green stuff. And let's slide over and have a look at Iceland real quick. And we can see the warm temperatures on the bottom, cold temperatures on the top, and they are looking at what is it? Oh my God! Well, single digits, but that's kind of about to be expected for this time of year, 6, 7, 8 degrees. So that's what we've got there. 5 in some spots. You get a little colder inland, and hopefully that's all good. And yeah, you want to get chilly, go to Greenland, to minus 27. Too cold for me. And let's take a look at that precipitation real quick. Whoop, wrong one. There we go. And having a quick look at that, we see, oh yeah, flaking snow in the northern portions of Canada, and that does not surprise me. We get down, well, we see that stuff in Alaska. There's some snow in higher elevations there as well. We get down here, we see that low. That's probably going to move in and give our western coast some more moisture, and that will likely move in as well. We do see some rain clouds here in just to the west of me here in Edmonton, so we'll see what happens, but we do have a bunch of stuff in the mountains. And then as well here along the Alberta-Saskatchewan border, looking at Winnipeg, we do see that big storm sitting in there, and then of course coming up from Lake Superior and that area, looking at pretty nasty stuff. And Chicago in the clear, but you get up a little further north, you see some of that lake effect stuff. And looking at Ontario, the other portions down in the south, a lot better, not so bad. And eastern Canada, yep, here's that jet stream push with all that cold air and lots of wind. So Sue is probably going to get some more rain, and we see that low sitting off Newfoundland there, and not good. And of course there, seeing that come out of the Davis Strait from up top here in Baffin Bay. So that is sending cold air down south. Looking at the U.S., we do see out here in the western side, Washington's got some rain to be expected for this time of year. and then we see some in Montana, as well as Yellowstone would be getting rained on, and we see some in North Dakota, and then of course it's coming down into Colorado as well. I can't remember that state. Is that Iowa? What state is that? Quick, somebody tell me what state. Oh, there's Omaha. That's in Iowa, isn't it? No, this is Iowa. What is this state? Oh no, I can't remember the states. Anyway, somebody figure it out. Tell me what state that was. That'll be all right. Nebraska? Nebraska. Thanks. I I was trying to guess what the heck state is that. Yeah, I should have looked at Lincoln. That would have given me the clue. Lincoln, Nebraska. And speaking of Lincoln, did you know the state of Wyoming was actually called the state of Lincoln for a while when they first put it together? And that is something you can go back in your history books and look at. Anyway, down here in Texas, along the coast, we see some stuff, not that much. And then we see what's happening. Oh boy, Florida. It's storm season, and that is what we're seeing come in there. So, yeah, it is very, very, very nasty there for the most part. Some of those are a little bit bigger than others, but I'm sure that's going to keep them wet for a while. And then we get down into Mexico. And of course, if we pull back out there, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. There's Lester, the little, never mind, and 94E. And they are doing their thing really, really bad. Greetings to Kananaskis country, or welcome. Glad to have you on board. Anyway, Central America looks like a mess. So lots of storms for them, and that is going all the way into Colombia, as well as Venezuela's got some pretty heavy rain, and then along the mountain areas here in Peru, definitely getting some more stuff. Rio de Janeiro just missing that massive rain, but it is still raining there. Sao Paulo probably getting some rain as well. A little bit nicer in Buenos Aires and Uruguay and those areas. Still that heavy-duty snow stuff coming down on the bottom end of Chile, making it chilly. So there we go. Let's slide over and take a look at what we've got happening here in New Zealand. And actually, it doesn't look too bad in New Zealand. Couple rain spots here and there. That high is probably pulling down enough of that warm air to keep them good. But this low has got to go. That looks like two lows right beside each other, really. But that has got to move down and over and away, back down to the South Pole where it belongs. And let the good people of Melbourne warm up and the bottom end of Australia, and that includes Tasmania. We see that there. We do see off the coast of Brisbane, we see a little bit there, but I don't know if it's raining there. Oz, if you're still in here, is it raining at your house? Just curious. And Perth looks like they've got some fog, but nothing too bad. And let's see, looking at most of everything here, not bad. And we see what's going on. Lots of storms, different circulations. So high sitting here, low sitting in there. And yeah, looks like Thailand and Taiwan. Well, Taiwan not so bad. A little bit in Malaysia, but this, as I was saying, definitely hitting what we've got there in the on the coast of Japan right now, and that is likely why they moved all their boats out of there, because of that big storm coming, and that will probably move northward, and that's what I'm thinking. because these other ones that we had, they scooted along here and went up this way. This one is further out and it is coming up, so it's probably going to go right over top of Japan. Here we see that other low. That was one of those lows that really created the other storm. And we see a low beside it. I'm kind of baffled with that. Is there two lows here, or are we seeing just a storm being forced by that low? Anyway, northern portions of Japan still getting some rain there as well. Kamchatka Peninsula, rain and snow. And then we, of course, have this this bad low right there. We need to stop that. It is definitely getting things messed up and making the whole Pacific region colder. We don't like it. Anyway, as I was saying, down here, I was starting to see some rain pushing in up against Madagascar, and that is getting into their storm season. So we'll probably see more of that. And of course, Central Africa still doing its thing. Looking at Saudi Arabian areas, looks pretty dry there. And we will zoom into the areas here of Turkey and Greece. And no precipitation for a while for Piggy again. And I really feel bad for them because they haven't had decent rain for a long time. Looking at what's coming through Italy, we see that right now Naples is going to get, getting a storm. We see it all the way down here. Part of Sicily also getting stormed out. And looks like Barcelona is just on the edge of it here in Spain. A little bit of rain in Portugal, but not so bad. It looks like Switzerland is getting nailed pretty bad. And up here in the Alps, lots of storms, even southern Germany getting nailed. And looking at Belgium and Belgium and Holland getting hit with all that cold air and the rain coming down into it. And that is building up here in northwestern portions of Germany. So we'll see what happens with that in the future. And big low sitting here over Finland near Helsinki, and that is drawing in some of that colder air as well from that side. And that's really actually turning the whole thing in this area. You can see, it's bringing cold. But what it's not doing is bringing any cold for Iceland, any colder than what it already is. And Iceland looking actually pretty dry right now. Some fog in some areas, but not so bad. A few little rain patches, but nothing to worry about. And then when we look at Greenland again here, they're getting hit with storms, and that's pretty nasty. So that just about covers it. Looking at my equatorial storm, we do still see most of it. It does have some breaks in it, and that is the season where we're going to see them. And good night, Maria, and take care. Have a good sleep. Anyway, we're going to go find the low temp real quick, and then we're going to wrap up the stream for today. And I've already found minus 73. Let's see if we can find a little colder than minus 73 degrees. And let's see what we got. And 73. And I think we're about there. I don't know what Sue found, if she found any cold temps, but that one is over there. I'm going to check over here. 71. And yeah, looks like 73 might be the coldest one for today. So yeah. All right, I think we're good with me saying minus 73 degrees Celsius for our cold temp in the coldest spot on the planet today anyway. So minus 72. I had 73 there. Doc finds minus 73. Yep. I can't find it again though. I know it's here. We seen it. Oh, I seen it again. If we zoom in, maybe we can find it that way. There it is. All right, minus 73 degrees Celsius, and I don't know, Sue might be busy or something. Sharon Stewart says, I saw it, Doc, minus 73 degrees and is on the screen. So that is still very, very cold, and no worries. You know, it's too cold for me, put it that way. And it's still ridiculous temperatures, but nothing we can do about it. It is Antarctica, and that gives you a pretty good idea of what we've got going on in our world. And you know, we've got high temperatures, low temperatures. So that is it for today's stream, and that is awesome. So a big thank you to all of you, and our two super chatters today, Billy Bob Joe and Grandma B. Thank you very kindly for your super chats. And also big thanks for everyone that is in here that are members. You guys are awesome, and really glad that you're all here. We have complete agreement, minus 73 degrees. Yeah, okay. It's all frozen, and that is it. So thank you to the super chatters. Also, thank you to all of the members in here. You guys are awesome, and actually to everyone in here, because you're all good people, and we really do appreciate the Lava family. Also, a big thank you to Arizona Snowman, Piggy. Piggy, of course, every day she delivers those seeds, bacon seeds, and that is awesome, and I really, really appreciate it. And I think we all really need to really say thank you to Piggy. She does a wonderful job, and nobody has asked her to do that. You know, she does it on her own, and it is very special for our show. So thank you, Piggy, if you happen to be listening yet. If you haven't fallen asleep, thank you. It's something I just want to say. All right. And BMAT says, thanks, Doc, and being loitering. I thought you're lurking, and hi to all. Actually, you can get tickets for loitering, but you can't get tickets for lurking, okay? So, yeah, we love Piggy. Anyway, so thank you, Arizona Snowman. Thank you, Piggy. Thank you, C&D Boy. And I hope you didn't get offended by me saying a little bit too much there, Bob. And just so you understand, we need to leave a little more space and let the people talk, and have the opportunity for them in here. So anyway, also thank you to Gary, 24/7 24/7 Live VZ Skies, as well as Joseph Fields Official, and any of the other wonderful moderators that were in here as well. And I appreciate all of you moderators, and that is all good. So on those friendly notes, be good, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Everyone take care, and be kind, be graceful, gracious, I don't know, all those good things. Just be good people in general, and that is always important, and that's what we prefer to have, and we like it, and I'm glad that we're all here. So thank you, everyone, and take care. Have a wonderful night. Stay calm, stay safe. Remember that tomorrow is Saturday, so the stream starts early. Okay, remember that it's a Saturday, so early start to the stream, starts early by 3 hours, and that is what we've got for tomorrow. So be good, everyone. Thank you, Nancy, for renewing, and thanks, Tom. And on that friendly note, like I said, be good, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful night. And please, most of all, tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Oink, oink.